Welcome back to Crypto Toro. I'm sorry for my absence lately, but I had a celebration this weekend, therefore I wasn't able to upload videos. But right now I would like to keep you up to date about what is going on at the market. So let's get started and let's take a look actually at the S&P 500's mini futures. And why I would like to take a look at this chart is due to the fact that you can clearly see that we were in a very steady uptrend during the past couple of weeks. You could clearly see that we got supported multiple times. This was for sure a confirmed trend line and it was actually holding very strong. Unfortunately, right now, you can clearly see we saw a drop below this trend line, and as well on the regular financial markets. We are for the very first time creating not a higher low structure, but we are creating a lower low structure. So this for me is very important due to the fact that we might perhaps start seeing a downtrend getting created. As well, I would like to enable the moving averages. You can clearly see something that does actually look very good right now is that the moving average of all three still underneath the S&P 500 chart or price action. Therefore, I think there is still a lot of support towards the downside. You can clearly see that we got supported by the 100-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average is further underneath us. Very important right now. And as well, if we take a look on the daily time frame at the EMA ribbon, you can clearly see that we dropped below the EMA ribbon. And right now, what I think is of utmost importance is to see if the regular financial market is going to be able to recover rather quickly, or if we're going to see a decline getting started. And we all know this has also a lot to do with Evergrande in China, but what I think is very important right now is just to the regular financial market as well, and not just the cryptocurrency space, due to the fact that if you're going to see a bear market getting started on the regular financial market, we might see major influence on the cryptocurrency space, and for sure that is something you would like to consider. This being said, I would like to take a look today at MATIC. Why I would like to take a look at MATIC is due to the fact that we have seen a major decline, and for sure this has a lot of influence. What I would like to discuss during this video is actually something different, and that is where we could perhaps see levels of support and resistance. This won't be a very long video because I would like to do multiple videos about different coins, but what I have to say about it is that we have to be very careful right now due to the fact that Bitcoin is actually the one that's leading the market, and if Bitcoin does not hold strong on top of the level of support where it's trading right now, we might perhaps see an even further decline on all type of cryptocurrencies. But where is that decline heading towards? So clearly you can see we are finding support on top of previous support and resistance levels. This horizontal level of support was a major level of resistance previously. As well, we found support on top of it afterwards, and you could clearly see that at this point in time we were able to find support on top of it as well. So therefore I am not actually very shocked. I'm actually quite glad we are able to find support on top of this level. You can clearly see in the past we have been able to, so perhaps we are going to see a very healthy level of support right now getting reached, and being able to find support on top of it and stay at that point in time. Otherwise, if we are going to see an even further decline, I personally think it is very likely that we are heading towards this level over here at $87 but of course that has been a level of support and resistance as well. But what I think is of utmost importance is that actually that level has not been a very major level of support, due to the fact that we have not seen multiple touch points on that horizontal level. You can clearly see we were able to find multiple touch points on this horizontal level of support where we are currently trading at, but unfortunately if we go towards the 87 cents level, you can clearly see that we only saw a few touch points at this point in time finding support on top of it. As well, before this breakdown we were able to find support on top of it for a minor period of time, and before we were able to see a major spike in Polygon's price action, we saw as well resistance underneath it. For sure, I think it is of utmost importance, but previously this level where we are currently trading at on top of the $1.07 is for me actually the key level of support for MATIC, and therefore I think it is very good if we would be able to stay above it. So right now the overall market structure is looking rather bad to me, but what I would like to tell you is that I think personally that it isn't over yet. And of course, what is even more important is that the regular stocks are going to just proceed with what they're doing, due to the fact that if the regular stock market just proceeds, I think it is very likely that we are going to see an increase in just a matter of days, and that we are going to start increasing once again. So I draw this descending support due to the fact that you can clearly see it is a confirmed trend line. We have seen already 2 touch points in the past at this point in time, in between the 26th and the 1st of September, and afterwards we got supported once again on approximately the 7th of September. And right now you can clearly see we are seeing this support zone getting reached. We saw actually that we got supported by this horizontal level of support, but what I think is of utmost importance, if we are seeing a further breakdown, we might perhaps find support on top of it, this level of descending support all the way down towards the 87 cents. And eventually, if we do not break below this descending support, I think we are still very likely to see a trend reversal occur, and therefore I am right now still happy with the overall development, even after we saw that major drop in Bitcoin price action and as well in MATIC's price action and multiple cryptocurrencies. This being said, I would like to discuss MATIC compared to Bitcoin, and what I would like to talk about over there is actually that we are seeing this major descending support, and that we have seen already multiple touch points on this part. You can clearly see I have not drawn this on the 4-hourly but on the daily time frame, because I think that is of utmost importance. And also on the daily time frame, we are right now seeing a third touch point and a third confirmation of MATIC on top of this support zone. You can see we had a first touch point at this point in time on the 12th of August. Afterwards, on the 1st of September, we saw that we got supported by this descending support line, and right now we are seeing once again finding support on top of this major level of support, what I think is of course of utmost importance. I would like to draw a Fibonacci retracement as well, and you can clearly see that we are right now right on top of the 0.6 Fibonacci level, and I think this is of utmost importance due to the fact that if we see this daily candle close on top of this level, I think for sure it is very likely that we will find support on top of it for a while before hitting even further down. Why do I think so? It's due to the fact that previously in the past we found resistance underneath it and support on top. Therefore, this confirmed horizontal level of support and resistance of utmost importance, and I think it is rather likely that if we close above this 0.618 Fibonacci level, we might still be able to find support on top of it. For sure, what I have to say as well is we have to be very careful due to the fact that we might perhaps see a further decline on Bitcoin's price action, and eventually it will follow on Polygon as well. And this being said, I would like to discuss just a few more things, and that is actually the moving averages. You can clearly see that the moving averages on the daily time frame are serving as major levels of support and resistance. They served as major levels of support in the past once we saw this major decline in the strength compared to Bitcoin. Afterwards, we saw once we broke below it, we are finding support on top of this level of descending support that we discussed earlier. But what I think is of utmost importance is that the 200-day moving average is still underneath us, and that is actually very good due to the fact that it's going to serve as a major level of support. Therefore, I am glad the 200-day moving average is still underneath us. If we discuss as well the EMA ribbon, what I think is important is that we are seeing a crossover on the daily time frame. We are finding resistance above us, and therefore right now I think it's of utmost importance to perhaps retest the EMA ribbon. Not saying we are going to be able to break above it right away, but it would be very healthy if we would try to retesting the EMA ribbon and gaining strength just a little. This being said, I would like to discuss only two more things, and that is actually the RSI and as well the money flow. So if we take a look at the RSI and the money flow, you can clearly see something I think is very important, and that is that we are inside of this downtrend clearly, and as well on the money flow we are seeing this downtrend for sure of importance due to the fact that we are actually seeing as well a downtrend on the regular chart, you can clearly see that we are as well forming a downtrend over here. Very important to me right now, and I think it is very good if we will be able to break out above it. We are not spotting any type of bullish or bearish divergence. It's just looking regular to me on the Bitcoin chart. If we head towards the MATIC compared to US dollar chart, what I think is of utmost importance over here is that we are spotting actually a very similar scenario. We can clearly notice that we are not spotting any type of bullish or bearish divergence, but that we are inside of this downtrend on the money flow and the RSI. And what I think is of utmost importance is that we are going to see a trend reversal occur either on the money flow or on the RSI, and that we might perhaps be able to increase in value during these days if we see a trend reversal occur either on the money flow or RSI. Unfortunately, we are not seeing either of those. And as well, what I think is of utmost importance is that we are not spotting any type of bullish or bearish divergences. So thank you very much for watching the video so far. I really hope you enjoyed the video. And what I would like to say as well is that in conclusion, I would like to stay on top of the $0.7 to be able to maintain a healthy uptrend and to be able to recover rather quickly and not see a major decline getting started. So thank you very much for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.
We need some lithium, gas fees way too high, we're getting sick of them indeed.